from My News 26 and CCTV, it's the high school football playoffs, coming to you today from East Grand Rapids High School. This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to exciting high school football playoff action on 26 Sports and CCTV. Tonight we are at beautiful Memorial Field in East Grand Rapids as the Cadillac Vikings take on the East Grand Rapids Pioneers. And Dan, what a setting for a high school playoff
absolutely.
game.
A great view from the press box as you look out over Reed's Lake. A lot of fall color down this way yet. A lot of it gone up by us. Certainly snow is not an issue or any field conditions down here. Melted today in Cadillac, and they've had none down here. It's just a dry, warm night here, mid-50s. Great night for high school football playoff action.
Absolutely. The Vikings come in at 6-3, and East Grand Rapids is 7-2. So Cadillac has been here once before in 2006.
Yeah, 2006 wasn't a good memory for the Vikings as East walked away with a 45-0 playoff victory. Cadillac kind of limps into tonight's game, Bill. We've got word here of several injuries going on right now. Certainly last week we knew in the ball game Ryan DeCrager with the leg injury, confirmed later that night with a broken leg. But unfortunately for the Vikings, that kind of didn't end it. We've got a couple other injuries, Bill.
Gavin Daniels, the kicker, is out tonight. Also, the quarterback, Keegan Brooks, and that's a biggie too. And that was kind of a, kind of caught some people off guard.
Yeah, that sounded to me like it was a late week injury here, kind of probably sustained in the game last week against TC Central, but just unable to go tonight. And as of this point, we don't know who's playing QB for the Vikings tonight.
It could be either Dylan Satchel or maybe Tip Baker, of the two. That's some of the names that we're throwing out there. But who do we want to look at on offense? Maybe key in for the Vikings.
Oh, are you talking?
We're looking
East?
We're looking at Cadillac as far as some of their offensive weapons. They've got Clayton McCarthy and in the receiver position, our running backs.
Yeah, well, Cadillac with that spread offense that they run, I think you're going to see a lot of people looking for the ball tonight, Bill. East comes in there pretty speedy, and this is a speed field down here. I think it's all going to depend on some people stepping up that haven't been in maybe the limelight, if you'd say so.
Right.
Certainly, I guess the big question is, who do we think is going to be in that QB, and where do you go from there?
Right. Cadillac's going to rely.
You got McCarthy, you got Dennis, you got Flint. Certainly, we're going to expect to see what we've seen from them all year, maybe just a little bit more from each one of them.
That's right. Defensively, Cadillac will be looking to Jacob Kahani, also Josiah Campbell, and also Clayton McCarthy on defense to help him out there.
And Sam Platt, too. Sam Platt probably is moving defensively, maybe to outside instead of playing inside on the D-line, and we'll have to wait and see how that works out.
Yep. Now for East Grand Rapids, they're coming in after winning their conference first time since 2010.
Yeah, and if you look, the banners hanging down there, the conference championship's something that's pretty common down here, but it's been a handful of years for East, so certainly under first-year coach Casey Longo, a great start.
Yes, East Grand Rapids has quite a history of playoff action from 2002 to 2010. They won 7 state championships, so they're hoping to get back to that point, and they've got a really good team. They have 2 losses, Dan.
Yep.
To very tough teams.
2 very tough tees. They lost to Lowell and Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and they come in with some offensive speed. You got a quarterback and a Michael Malowitz, a couple of solid running backs, number 3 and number 4, Hub Hayna, at number 3, and Ben Forster, number 4. And outside, catching some balls from QB Malowitz would be 2 wide receivers, Jack Combs and Josh Rabideau.
Defensively, they've got some pretty good defense, too.
Yeah, we've got number 90. We're all talking about him up in the press box, Dakari Bickham. And certainly linebacker Noah Russo, who we figure will be calling his name on a lot of tackles today.
He's a senior. He's one of the captains. He's kind of the guts and glue of that defense. So got a good game coming up here between Cadillac and East Grand Rapids. Looking forward to it. It's a beautiful night. We left the snow of Cadillac to this the balmy weather of Grand Rapids.
And it's hard to believe you drive 2 hours south, hour and a half, as the case might be in the state of Michigan. What a difference in weather it makes.
Yes. So we will be back in just a moment for the beginning of today's game. You are watching high school football action, the pregame show on 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be right back.